Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Lamise. I'm currently doing a faculty interview with Dr. Nazli Wodzinski. I chose to do this interview with Dr. Wodzinski because she has been my professor for the past 4 years and also my academic advisor. She's helped me through many situations in my academics and career, and it's been amazing. So, Dr. Wodzinski, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So I had a couple of questions for you. The first is being, what courses do you teach at MSU?
That's a question with an interestingly long answer. I am starting seeing civil mechanical engineering students at their sophomore year. I previously offered statics, dynamics, engineering analysis, all 200 level classes. And then I see them in third year. I see civil engineering students in the third year for their fluid mechanics class. I have a water resources emphasis in civil engineering, and in their fourth year for experimentation and water resource selectives.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. Our second question is, what's your favorite part about teaching?
It is quite joy. It has a lot of aspects, actually. I think it is fascinating to interact with young minds. With every question that I received, it is just showing me a new perspective on how interesting it is that the perspectives of students and how they are just processing the knowledge is just showing me a different aspect of the topic and the learning and the teaching. So I love interacting with the students. So it doesn't matter how many times I offer a class. Every time I offer it, I learn something new with them. I guess I could say that it is a fascinating experience to have students that are out of their previous institutions and be with them until they become engineers and have a career for their entire life, and seeing their evolving and to growing into the emotional growth, obviously, to the wonderful engineers that they're going to be.
Awesome. And our next question is, what do you think makes Minnesota State University unique?
When I was doing my PhD in Clemson, South Carolina, which is an R1 institution, the Clemson University, I was dreaming about getting a job in a place like MSU because it is very student focused. So all of my faculties in here will agree that we love teaching and it is our passion. And we love, of course, our proficiencies and areas and expertise and doing research too. But everyone works in here have the teaching as their primary focus and their passion. And I get to see students over and over for many classes. And it is I see them just progressing in their undergrad education. And I believe I'm trying to make my classrooms in a welcome space that they can interact with me too. It is the thing that is making our university very precious and special is that interaction between faculty and students and how we get to know them in person. And it is always difficult at this time of the spring semester because our just precious seniors are going to leave us soon. That's joy and just a little bit sadness because they're leaving home.
Yes, for sure. I can speak to that, definitely. Yeah. So our next question is, how can students get involved in department activities?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. First of all, the best time to start getting involved is yesterday. So I'm not saying this to put more on students' plates or make them nervous and make them feel like they are missing something. But if there anyone that is out there that are hesitating to know when would be a good time for them to start fitting into the extracurriculum activities, the research for student groups, they can start today, right away. It's such a big transition to start being a student in a higher education. whether you are a first-generation student, an international student, or you had many, many, many like 4-year graduates in your family, or you've been born and raised in Minnesota. It doesn't matter. Everybody feels nervous. But that is you're becoming a part of a group, and you deserve to be there as much as everyone else. So just to understand that we are all on equal terms, and it is for the groups and activities for everyone who is interested, who is excited and passionate about it, is the thing that they should know. If they are curious about something, start asking questions, showing up to the meetings, even if you just want to listen for like a couple of terms, and then you start to feel comfortable enough to interacting and being involved, and then it is going to become such a joyful experience. Extracurricular activities is a must to increase the quality of the experience that you have in higher education.
So our final question is, what advice would you give new students?
One thing that I'm assuming that new students are younger than me, or maybe they will have the same perspective that I had when I was a student. When I was younger, I thought that I had a waste amount of time for everything. And the time I realized the time is so precious as I just progress with the career and as I age. So I'm going to be asking them to be mindful about the time that they're spending on things. It is one thing that I was really impressed about, the people who achieved a lot of things in their careers, and whether they are artists, painters, actors, or writers, engineers, not just science, but everything else. Anyone who has a very fruitful career, they were aware of their time and how precious that is. So they intended to spend their time mindfully. It doesn't mean that you need to always work. It's just that you just need to make sure that you're working when you're supposed to work, and you're resting when you're supposed to rest. And you are definitely doing something to improve the quality of your life every day, whether it's just reading a book or listening to a new album or watching a new movie. It can be something that gets your mind off the daily things, but anything that is just going to be bringing you something new to think about, to learn, or just be happy about. Just to be mindful of your time. It is unfortunately less than we think.
Yes, for sure. I think even from personal experience, like time management and making time for resting and studying and doing everything is an amazing advice to give for college students.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So thank you for interviewing with me today. It was amazing talking to you.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, for sure.
Bye.